Welcome back, everybody. So today we're going to be talking about the iPhone 11 Pro. 5 reasons this is the phone you should get. Coming up. Obviously, I don't have the phone in my hand because I'm using the phone right now to film this video, okay? I have been an iPhone user very recently in like the last 6 years because everybody else clowned me for my Androids, and I had a Windows phone at some point. All of those phones died, and then I became an iPhone user. I started with a 6 and then worked my way up to a 10, which is the last phone that I had before upgrading to this. I have Sprint iPhone forever, so I can choose to upgrade anytime there's a new iPhone that comes out. So my friend Derek, who is like, he's the one that, got me into iPhone, he said, you should look into getting the iPhone forever plan because iPhones are gonna come out with a new phone every year, so you might as well just upgrade. In recent years, I've always used, as far as like filming, my Canon T6i. I would say in the last year, I started using my iPhone to film videos. It's a lot more accessible. I don't have to transfer a lot, like memory cards to my desktop here. I can just edit directly on my iPhone, which is good. Though it's not to say I don't use my other cameras to film videos and stuff like that. Okay, so if you're thinking about upgrading to an iPhone 11 Pro, the first reason I want to give you is the quality, okay? The quality of the videos, I don't even know how to explain it. It is just, there's a complete difference than what you've seen in the past. So now the iPhone 11 Pro gives you 60 frames per second. You can now shoot in 4K. So a lot of people like this preference. We've moved up from 1080p up to 4K. So those who, don't want to walk around with those big bulky cameras, that shoot in 4K, now you can just do everything for the most part on your phone. So along with quality is the wide angle lens. I'm going to show some clips as we're talking throughout this video so you can see what I'm talking about. I'm going to show you what it is, the regular standard photos or videos, and then what it looks like wide. The wide angle lens option just comes very handy, especially if you're trying to shoot a wide angle shot and you just don't have enough space where you're standing, or you don't want to move back and hit somebody. You can just kind of position yourself, shoot where you need to shoot, get the shot that you need. If you're a selfie user, a lot of times, when you're taking a photo and you're like, dang, I can't fit us all in. Thanks to wide angle, we can fit everybody in. For the most part, unless you have somebody with a long arm, you're not gonna fit everybody in if there's 10 of you guys. Just ask somebody to take the photo for you. Reason number 2 is the sound. Okay, I only say this because when I was filming my food videos last year using my iPhone 10, a lot of times when I'd have the camera, the phone right here, and you saw me cooking with the stir fries, is that some of the sound, not using a lav, that was just the internal microphone, was that it caught a lot of the sound from the cooking, but you couldn't necessarily hear me without me really talking loudly over the food cooking. I've noticed a difference with the iPhone 11 Pro is that it picks up the sound from the cooking, but I don't have to project as much, just using the internal sound from the phone. That is something that I do like about the new iPhone. Reason number 3, if you are a video content creator like myself, you are going to love this phone. I talked about not having to carry large gear. I do love the quality of my Canon cameras, but if I'm trying to just travel light or just want to take a few pictures, everything now can be pretty much done on my iPhone. I rarely bring my Canon around. I really only shoot with my Canon unless I'm trying to blur everything behind me out, or if I'm trying to be fancy. For vloggers, this is a big game changer. I'm used to seeing folks carrying these big Canon cameras on the Joby, and we're walking around like this. Now it almost seems common reason for folks to just have a phone in our hand and just, you know, if we're doing a quick thing or people, it looks like you're FaceTiming somebody. Yeah, so now if you are trying to, you know, film a mukbang inside of a restaurant, or you're trying to take video footage of anywhere in a public space, it's kind of less conspicuous of holding an iPhone rather than, you know, kind of big, like lunky camera. Also, if you are planning to use this as video content creating or photography, for content creators, I would really recommend getting the 256 gig. You need the space to hold the videos that you're shooting, the photos that you're taking. I try to clean everything else once I'm done editing, or if I want to load it onto my desktop, onto an external passport. But for the most part, the annoying thing that I had, my issue with my iPhone 10 was that I think I only had like the 16 gig or the 64 gig, and space was an issue. Now I don't have to worry about space at all. Reason number 4, this phone shoots so good in low light. If you are the type of person to shoot footage or take photos at nighttime, you're like, oh my god, I can't see anything, that photo was too dark. Again, another game changer. I'm gonna show just a small clip of the Christmas video that I did. Props to Hella Chloe who helped film this video for me. We used a little bit of the iPhone 11 footage here. The great thing about the video is that you didn't really have to adjust or use Filmic Pro. It was just like natural, just video app with just the Christmas lights and no any other lighting from the neighborhood. We were able to capture this footage right here. So everything looks like perfectly cinematic. All right, so the last reason you should get the iPhone, reason number 5, the battery life, okay? So a lot of times in previous iPhones, like the iPhone 6 and the 10 that I had, the battery would just like drain like over time. You know, I'd always have to like close out apps continuously. I feel like since I've had the iPhone 11 Pro, I don't feel like I have to often charge my phone. And I've noticed that like I've had like apps like Lyft apps, Uber apps, you know, Waze apps open for like days, and the drainage from my battery, I have not had any issues with the battery life. It like stays charged for like the duration of the day. All right, so thank you guys. I hope you guys liked my video on the 5 reasons you should get the iPhone 11 Pro. These are my opinions only. You know, there are other reasons that you should get an iPhone 11 Pro. If you have any specific questions about the specs, you know, why you should upgrade, leave me some comments below. I'm more than willing to answer any questions you guys have. Thanks for watching. Bye!